Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Christine. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to Motoring with MOFam Part 2. I will continue the series for July where on Mondays we will be doing Monday Motoring with MOFam. In July, the president of Monat, Stuart MacMillan, and a leader of the week, an SED of the week, will be motoring with him, I suppose, through Florida, because that is where Monat is located, and they will be doing so in a Cadillac to promote their car program. I already spoke about episode 1, and today we're going to talk about episode 2 of Motoring with MOFam. But lots of things have happened since I uploaded video number 1. Some announcements that must be very interesting, that might be quite crushing, and then we can take a look at the actual episode. Here's the thing. You might be surprised why I'm not dressing up with a hat. I have a little bucket hat with me. It doesn't fit my big head, so I'm not going to be sitting around like this. Monat, in my opinion, is not even making an effort anymore because they're motoring with MOFam for 5 minutes. So if Monat is not making an effort, I'm not pulling out the hat. I'm for sure not pulling out the hat that I stole from my sister and I kept hostage ever since. No, we're not doing that. I pulled out the hoops, so I guess I make more of an effort in this video than Monat did. But this is really, really pitiful. I wonder if anybody at Monat is even trying anymore. It is really, really ridiculous. Monat has over 64,000 subscribers on their YouTube channel. They upload Motoring with MOFam there publicly. And after almost a week, only 851 people watched episode 1. That is so lackluster. That is a bunch of nothingness. If you have a YouTube channel with over 64,000 subscribers, then you should have way more views, at least a couple of thousand. So that in itself is already pitiful, but I'm going to watch episode 2 anyways. It doesn't seem like they get a lot of traction on their YouTube channel. Maybe that is why they're not making that much of an effort anymore. I mean, at least the first episode was almost 10 minutes long. This one is 5 minutes long. But like I said, there are also some updates when it comes to Monat. So let's take a look at these first. Let's talk about them, get them out of the way, and then we will be motoring with MOFam for 5 minutes. Monat announced last week that Monat and Stuart MacMillan, their president of almost 10 years, will be parting ways. And this is the announcement. Dear Monat family, the Monat board and our beloved Mordor. Dear Monat family, the Monat board and our beloved leader, mentor, colleague and friend Stuart MacMillan have agreed that effectively July 31st, Stuart will step down from his position as Monat Global President. Stuart will remain on the boards of both Monat Global Corp and Monat Gratitude Inc., our 501c3 nonprofit organization, and will continue to advise on company and foundation strategy. Without Stuart's countless contributions since our inception in 2014, Monat would not have become the innovative, world-renowned brand it is today. Furthermore, and perhaps more importantly, Stuart's values, personality, and heart have played an immeasurable role in fostering the incredible culture of our company. We look forward to our partnership with Stuart in his new role, and we congratulate him on beginning a new chapter in his life, one in which we know he will cherish time with his family, including his new granddaughter, and pursue some of his other passions, including speaking and writing. Meanwhile, our family and corporate team remain tireless in our dedication to the evolution of Monat through state-of-the-art innovation, continued global expansion, our enviable company culture, and our commitment to offering the most rewarding opportunity in the direct sales industry. Please join us in thanking Stuart for his immense impact on our lives and wishing him and his family the very best. Stuart, you said it best, keep shining and be a light, we love you. This was signed by Ray Urdaneta, the CEO, and Louis Urdaneta, the chairman. So that is what's happening here. Monat and Stuart MacMillan, as the president of the company, they're parting ways. The statement says that they both agreed to do so, but I would argue that either Stuart MacMillan said, I'm not doing this anymore, Monat is tanking, Monat is not doing well, we're losing distributors as we speak, although we're opening up new countries. Our car program is also apparently not working that well. And then in addition to that, he also doesn't have to present himself as an idiot online anymore. That could be one side of the story. And then the other side of the story could be that Monat actually, and the Monat board actually said, we need somebody else who can bring in some actually fresh ideas. We've been trying a lot. Monat under Stuart MacMillan has done flash sales almost every weekend. They have waived certain fees. They have tried to make it easier for market partners to join or to rejoin. And nothing has worked so far because Monat has lost over 50% of its distributors. Yes, you heard right. I will go over the numbers in depth at the beginning of Monat Elite Part 2. I already filmed that video. I just have to find the time to edit and upload it. But that is probably one of the reasons why Monat said we need somebody else who can revive this multi-level marketing company. At least that is what my suspicion is. As somebody who has worked in the corporate world for years, in my opinion, somebody who leaves on their own free will and who is not being asked to leave, the statements, they look a little bit differently, I would argue. Now, Stuart will not be lost forever. He will remain in Monat and he will take care of Monat Gratitude. So congratulations, he will also be on the Monat board. Congratulations, he probably has some skin in the game when it comes to Monat and they cannot kick him out that easily. That is my assumption. So that is what is happening here. Motoring with MOFam in the month of July is actually a rarity. So will be this episode because Stuart will not be with the company in his position as the president for a lot longer. He will be stepping down July 31st. And then another post caught my attention. This was originally posted by the MLM Boss Babe. I will link their Instagram down below. And I stole it from the Clown Town's Instagram. I will also link their channel and their Instagram down below because Monat products are now not just exclusively sold via multi-level marketing anymore. Can you believe it? Yes. The scammers go to Amazon. The shampoo dealers go to Amazon. This was an announcement, like I said, originally posted by the MLM Boss Babe. To counter these detriments to our business and our brand, we have initiated a project that will benefit our active leaders in the field by taking control of our presence on Amazon.com. Here are the specifics of our plan. By the end of July, the official Monat storefront will go live on Amazon.com in the United States only. A limited collaboration of products will be offered at 15% above standard retail prices. This ensures that you and your customers will always enjoy the best selection at the lowest prices. For example, Rejuvenate, currently priced at $105 retail, will be priced at $120 on Amazon.com, compared to $89 for VIPs and $74 for market partners after your regular discounts. That is true. You heard right. Monat, after Prove It and some other companies, they're actually opening up an Amazon storefront. And according to their own documents, this is of course very beneficial for the distributors that are in the company. At least that is what they say. It is not. Monat products will soon also be available by the end of July, which is very interestingly also clashing with Stuart MacMillan leaving. I could assume that he probably didn't want to do that he didn't want to make these products available, but somebody in Monat or the Urdaneta family said, well, we have to do something. The distributors are leaving. We are tanking. We need to find other avenues and other revenue streams of income, you know? Like the millionaires that we are, you have to have 7 different streams of income. I think that is what they're venturing into. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was also one of the points connected to Stuart MacMillan leaving and stepping down, totally in agreement with everybody in the company, of course, as the president of Monat. And let's talk about this tale that this will be beneficial for the distributors to ensure that you and your customers will always enjoy the best selection at the lowest prices. Monat is opening themselves up to becoming an actual retail company, or at least they're trying to test this out. Beauty Counter has done the same thing with a certain collection. They're also available in Ulta in the United States. Prove It has done it. They're doing this now with Monat as well. This will not be beneficial for the leaders. This is something that I believe the company does to test out if their products are actually interesting to actual retail customers, if you sold them online via Amazon. And if one system is working better than the other, they might close one or the other down. But they're testing things out because the multi-level marketing business is not working for them, which is not a surprise when Monat products are first and foremost being bought by the people that are a part of Monat, that are not retail customers, but that are the distributors themselves. And if over 50% of Monat's own distributors have left the company in a rather short period of time, then you're lacking 50% of your customers. So that will be an interesting experiment. Let's see if the Huns will be talking about that on social media. I for sure will keep an eye out for that. But back to Stuart MacMillan, what is a little bit of a surprise to me is that there are no tales of woe or thank you, Stuart, we love you. Thank you for being our leader for such a long time. Thank you for bringing this amazing culture to Monat. None of the distributors that I typically keep an eye out have posted about him leaving. What is happening there? These were the updates that I wanted to include into the video before we will be motoring with MOFam for 5 minutes. In addition to that, I would also like to point out that I really made an effort today, as opposed to Monat, who is not doing much of an effort. I might be lacking the hat, but I made sure that my hair looks extra frizzy today, just for Monat. It's a Monat video. I find that quite fitting. It could also be because today is the hottest day in Berlin yet, and it is really humid. And my hair is growing and getting frizzier by the hour. So maybe by the end of this rather short video, it looks like I wear a helmet. I'm making an effort because we're talking about Monat. But finally, let's get this tanking ship on the road. Let's get this dying down engine of the Cadillac of Monat's MOFam onto the streets of Florida and see what wisdom Stuart MacMillan and the SED of the week for episode 2 have to say.
Hey MoFam, I'm here for this week's edition of Motorin with the MoFam. I'm in this sweet ride, an XT4. Wow, am I loving it. It's a great mid-size Cadillac. Now, you know how I love to start my day with a coffee. So here we are in Coral Gables, Florida. I'm gonna run in and get a coffee and we'll see you in a second.
I am glad that they haven't mic'd him up again, so it will probably be really hard to understand the wisdom he has to spread. I'm a little bit disappointed that we don't have the vroom vroom sounds. You're not trying to pretend that you're going really, really fast with this amazing car. And in addition to that, he's also promoting a Cadillac, but we're not really seeing it. Maybe they will do this a little bit later. Maybe they're having some sort of promotion with Cadillac to display this specific model in their videos, but they're not doing a good job. And they're grabbing coffee again. Speaking of basic.
Nice logo!
Stuart!
Here it was! At the wrong time, but here it was. Surprise! We have Monat SED Liz Lugo in the coffee shop where Stuart MacMillan stops to get a coffee. Wow, that is such a surprise.
Grabbing my coffee.
Is this your spot?
This is my spot.
Well, this is really fortuitous because I have a little surprise and you can join me with it.
I'm excited.
All right, I need to get coffee though.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, here we are. Alrighty, ready for, look at this ride.
This is really
It's
nice.
a CT4.
Wow.
Yeah. This Miami humidity is doing crazy things to my hair. It's a good thing I have some anti-frizz.
I love it.
Let me fix my hair because it is not right.
Miami humidity? This is Berlin humidity, okay? Grab a comb.
Whoever was driving this was, believe it or not, shorter than me.
It's probably me.
What got you into, what was the driving force to get you into Monat in the first place?
You know, Stuart, I always really believed in network marketing, but I had been offered so many different companies. But like,
Right.
it needed to be something that aligned with me.
Yeah.
So I remember when Chelsea, my upline, reached out, I said no like twice. But then I saw she posted that she had quit her job. And I said, wait a minute, this is what I want to do. I want to quit my job. So tell me what you're doing. And the rest was history. I went in, it was May 9th, 2018, and I didn't look back.
So tell me about hitting MM. When did that happen? And how did it feel?
I hit it 3 months later after starting.
3 months?
I became obsessed, Stuart. You know, people sometimes, well, all the time, ask me what you need to be successful. And if you want to be where I've been and walk in the shoes I've walked, you have to have the same consistency. And when I tell you I ate, breathed, slept money.
You have to have the same consistency and actually be obsessed. I don't doubt that if you are in a multi-level marketing company that you pretty much have to work 24/7. That is not great. Being obsessed with what you're doing is also not necessarily great. But maybe it was helpful that she was able to join 2018. You know, what is it, 5 years ago? Yes, 5 years. I was just counting that. I really was doing that. So she was able to join rather early, and she was also able to join before the pandemic when Monat really, really blew off. When more people than probably ever before joined Monat in a rather short period of time, because people were worried that they were losing their jobs and that they were losing their income and that they were losing the security of working from home to not endanger themselves and their families. So maybe that is something you might want to take into consideration and not just that you were obsessed.
All I talked about, and I became very, very, very obsessed with the opportunity, and I would talk to everyone about it. And a lot of people doubted that I was going to do this when I started. So it was kind of like, here you go. You work hard.
So tell me about your first Cadillac, and how did that impact your friends and family? I know when we started the Cadillac program, one of the things we said was we wanted an opportunity for the naysayers to see people, you know, kind of driving around in something like this and go, this is real. But tell me about your experience.
When I'm telling you, I was posting my business on social media, talking about it every day. But it wasn't until I got the car that so many people were like, oh, now it's real. And you know what? One of my second SCD actually signed up in December when she saw me get the car. Isn't that crazy, Daniela? Every entrepreneur that's ever really built something has had negativity, has had haters, right?
Yeah. And has had people come on their team and leave their team.
Oh yeah, I've had a lot of that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I have found throughout the last 5 years that you build with the right people.
And I'm pretty sure that you will experience more and more people leaving as we speak and over the past year or year and a half or 2 years as well. But isn't it interesting how they always have to address the haters and the naysayers? Monat, in my opinion, is a scam because the market partners will promise you something that the company's records cannot provide. Not everybody will be able to get a stable income there. We're not even talking about making millions and millions and millions, creating generational wealth, creating a legacy for you and being your own boss babe and building your own business. We're talking about people having somewhat of a stable income. That is not an option in a multi-level marketing company. Monat's income disclosure statement also shows us that this is not an opportunity and this is not an option for the vast majority of people who barely make a couple of bucks. So that is why, in my opinion, this is a scam. I would argue that lots of people have understood this. They joined, they left, they saw it from the outside, they realized, oh, it's a multi-level marketing company, no, I'm not joining. But interesting that all of these legitimate business owners and all of these legitimate entrepreneurs, which you're not when you join an MLM, you're a salesperson. You're not an entrepreneur and you're not opening your own business. They always have to address the haters and the naysayers. If you were actually running a legitimate business, or if you were actually running a business to start with, then that would not necessarily be a topic that you have to bring up in every Motoring with MOFam legitimate business edition. You wouldn't. And that tells me a lot.
That's cool. So if you had one thing that you would tell people about Monat and wanted them to join your team, or anybody's team for that matter, what would you tell that person, that prospect who's on the fence, who's trying to decide if this is right for them?
Be open-minded. I was a financial advisor. I had securities licenses. I worked for a Fortune 500 company. Like, I was not the person that you thought would be in network marketing.
Selling shampoo.
Selling shampoo. The best shampoo there is. Let me tell you, because it's raining and look at this hair right now. That's all I got to say. I would say be open-minded and really be open to the possibility. Affiliate marketing, social selling, it's the way of the future. There's so many companies, big, huge corporations out there that are now starting affiliate programs. So
those are not the same. I find it hard to understand what they're saying because the audio is not that great. And yes, that comes from somebody like me who also still struggles to get good audio out consistently, but we're hearing the camera mount more than them actually speaking. You're not doing affiliated marketing when you join a multi-level marketing company. When you join an MLM, there is still a stigma attached to this business model, thankfully, because of videos like this that offer a counter perspective, that speak about actual factual information, where people like me give their 2 cents, give their commentary, and offer a counter perspective for people who want to research this on the internet. There is a stigma attached to that, luckily and rightfully so, because no, multi-level marketing is not a great business opportunity, and it never was for the vast majority of people. The people who were able to profit were people we see in this picture. Now, I say were because Stuart MacMillan is the president, together with the owners of the company. They were the ones who made the most money. The company always succeeds. The company always makes the most money when it's going well. And then people like her who were at the SED level or who are at the SED level and who were probably over a certain period of time were doing good money, they were able to profit as well. But with over 50% of Monat's distributors leaving the company, their paycheck tanks as well. Let's keep that in mind. And even while their paychecks are tanking, they're still making the most money off of the people in their downline that pay into a system that doesn't pay them back. Because multi-level marketing company doesn't work because it's so well known for equality. It is not. Not everybody is able to make a substantial income, and that is independent if you eat, breathe, poop, sneeze, Monat. The vast majority of people do not make money. They pay into a system so that very few people like this are able to make some money, good money, or very good money. We see with Monat is that it's not sustainable. When you join a multi-level marketing company, you are a salesperson. That's it. Independently contracted. Doing affiliated marketing is something completely different. And while lots of companies are starting affiliated programs and have done so in the past, please do not get that confused. Affiliated marketing is not multi-level marketing. Just because you're on your phone a lot or because you share whatever you want to share online doesn't mean that those are the same. Number one, you have to pay your way into an MLM. You don't have to do that in affiliated programs. You do not need to buy the company's programs in affiliated programs. You have a certain following online, you're a content creator of sorts, you have the ability to share products, links, and affiliated marketing links with your audience. Your audience might be interested in some of the products, is able to purchase them via the link, and you as the content creator, you get a small kickback from the people that purchase those products. That's it. You do not pay your way into this marketing system. It is rather easy to do so depending where you do it, especially on Amazon. I mean, speaking about Amazon and Monat opening up their Amazon storefront, you will be able to join Amazon rather easily. I think it is now if you have 500 or 1,000 followers, then you can participate in their program. They will very likely approve you for that. And there are other programs as well. So no, those are absolutely not the same things. There is no stigma attached to affiliated marketing because it is not a scam. It is just a way to sell product. That's it. Monat is not.
this is no longer a taboo thing.
Right.
It's not.
So you know what? I think it's time we did a little singing.
I like it.
You like it?
I like it.
You got
Can I
a song?
pick the song?
You pick the song.
I want to
pick
pick a song
I'm in it.
that talks about the ups and downs of building a business.
All right, let's do it. Oh, I know this song.
Crickets, 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 silence, crickets, crickets, crickets. crickets, silence, crickets, 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 silence, crickets, 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 silence, crickets, 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 silence.
That was fun. Well, we're back at your coffee shop.
Thank you.
I'm going to drop you off. And thanks for participating in Motorin with MOFam.
Oh, this was great. Thank you so much. Mwah. I will see you
Congratulations
soon.
on your wedding.
Thank
All right.
you. And this is a beautiful car.
It is a beautiful car, and somebody else can earn one of these too.
I love it.
All right.
Guys, you can do it.
Well, drop Liz off, back at the office. Thanks for joining us for this edition of Motorin with the MOFam. Tune in next week for the next edition. Who knows who I'll be singing with.
Lucky you, I will have to mute most of the karaoke part as well. This is always cringy, and I don't quite understand the concept of this show. You don't really present the car to me, so if they were in some way, shape, or form connected to Cadillac to promote this specific type of car, they're not doing a good job because they're not showing me the car. Now, it looked like it rained in Miami that day. That's why they also ended in a garage. But still, what is the idea? What is the purpose? I'm losing words and brain cells as we speak. Come on, Hoops, help me out. What is the purpose of this series? Because it is not to promote the car. You're not doing a good job. You're not promoting the car program either. These videos are not inspirational because you do not learn a lot about these women that are supposed success stories in Monat. Then it's also not really entertaining because these people have no connection. I mean, this one was even worse than the one before, but I do not believe that you actually like each other. There is no chemistry when you have to cut this down to 5 minutes. And then in addition to that, you're also not presenting me the Monat world, the Monat program, the Monat community, because I don't have the chance to get to learn what these women, these success stories have achieved. Because the concept is, hi, I'm here. Oh, well, nice to see you. I love you so much. Monat did everything for me. Let's grab a coffee. Now I'm dropping you off. Bye. Nice to see you. Nice car, by the way. And just to finish, from frizzy gal to frizzy gal, if you want to promote me, Monat's products, Monat shampoo, and the people that are the distributors, they're always dolled up. They're styled, they're doing their part. And then by their side, we have Stuart MacMillan, who looks like he came fresh out of a thunderstorm. This is supposed to be the president of one of the most powerful, inspirational MLMs with some of the best hair products available worldwide. Vegan, cruelty-free, offering business opportunities to millions and millions of women, empowering families, building a legacy, and then you're not even able to style your hair? And yes, that comes from frizzy me, but I'm not trying to sell you a freaking business opportunity where I present to you that you can achieve that by selling shampoo. But I will finish with one thing. If you live in Florida, which is a hot area, it's a swamp state in my opinion, sorry, but the humidity there is insane. Why do you go to a coffee shop and you grab a hot coffee? What is wrong with you? You have 40 degrees outside, Celsius, and then you're grabbing a hot coffee while the humidity is also insane? I don't get that. And that was the strongest takeaway from this episode for me. Why do you drink hot coffee when you live in Florida? If you live in Florida, please let me know. Let's see what happens in episode 3. I will continue this series in the month of July. Maybe they should rename it from Motoring with MOFam to Coffee Talks with Stuart, but I'm not responsible for the series, luckily. Hopefully the audio will be better next time. Maybe it's going to be 3 minutes long. I was expecting a little bit more car noises. I hope that they will include that the next time. And yeah, we will see. If you're interested in these Motoring with MOFam videos, then tune in again the next Monday. And the Monday afterwards, the series will be over in July. And then I will also stop to regularly upload this. If you like these types of videos, please consider subscribing. If you like this specific one, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to let me know something, feel free to do so in the comment section down below. And if you like these types of videos, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, cheers!